I reinvented myself, they sorta hated it. I reinvented myself and upgraded it. Traded in the Jews, copped a couple new ones. Lost a couple friends and got a couple new ones. Upstairs and downstairs, the balcony. These oceanside views, the alchemy. Ain't nothing crazy like the city in the summertime. So when it's winter, I still be on my summer grind.
Handle your business, handle your business.
Loyal and honor, don't break the bro codes. The more red rose, max with the rose gold. Whoever counted me out, they can't count. Oh!
Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it dropped, whole game in the choke.
Welcome to Saturday afternoon football here in the WFL. We are live in Orlando, Florida as the playoff race heats up. We're in week 15, 3 weeks to go. And Orlando is playing host to Chicago. Now here are the standings in the Central. Orlando is 6-2-1, one game ahead of Chicago. And then Chicago is 6-4, and they are one game back from Orlando. So this game could mean a lot to the playoff race. And Columbus is 5-4, 1.5 games back from Orlando. And also Memphis, 3.5 games back from Orlando. They're out of the divisional race, but Memphis is still alive for the wild card as they play on Monday night. And the other Central Division team, Columbus, has their final bye week this week. I think they do. So let's get into the game. And we are ready to go. This is going to be return. And he'll return it out to the 28. And now we get to see the starting quarterback for the Blues, and that is Andrew Luck. So Andrew Luck comes out, 1st and 10 for Chicago from their own 28. Handing off down the middle on the right side to Freeman. He gets 2 yards on that pickup to the 30. And now we get a look at the Chicago offense. They come up on 2nd and 8 from their own 30. Here's the snap, handing it off down the middle to Freeman. He trucks over a man and gets the first down up to the 40. Devontae Freeman, in last week's game, he had 152 rushes. Did they play last week? No, I must have been one of the computer simulated games. That doesn't count toward these actual standings. First down for Chicago from their own 40. Here's Luck. Has time in the pocket, now it's collapsing and he goes down. Vic Beasley with the sack for Orlando. And Orlando gets their first defensive action in the game. Let's take another look at that. Andrew Luck sitting there in the pocket. There's Vic Beasley right there trailing him on the top of your screen. He actually got half of his sack, shared it with someone else, I don't know who. But he held onto the ball too long. 2nd down and 20 for Chicago. Here's a snap, hanging off to Freeman down the middle. He'll get up to the 29, and we will now see the Orlando defense. And that was the defense for the Wizards. Here are the Chicago Blues lining up. I think, looks like I see Orlando gonna blitz. He throws left side and it's intercepted by Kendricks, I'm gonna say. And that is Kendricks at the 45. They get good field position as the Orlando defense picks it off. Did he one-hand that pick? Let me see this again. No, it was two. But kept it down with one while brushing the receiver off with the other. And that was a nice job not drawing a penalty for pass interference. And why is the defense still on the field? Okay, so they're not, and now the Orlando offense gets a chance now. Handing it off down the middle to Bell. That goes nowhere. Back to the 45, and that'll be second down. Second down and 10 for the Blues. That throw is complete. No, that wasn't a throw. Sorry, I was distracted. Bell gets the handoff, loses two. That throw is incomplete, right side. First throw of the day for Keenum, and that will be a 3 and out. And here's the punting unit on the field for Orlando. Punting it left side and drifts out the 24. So that's a bad start by the Wizards on their first drive. And now the Blues come back out. There's Andrew Luck there through a last drive through a pick. We'll see if he'll try to keep the interceptions in check. There's the snap. Play action. Pressure coming, and he is sacked by Vic Beasley again. He gets in there to get the sack and brings up a second and long. Second down 18. Luck throwing left side, and that's almost intercepted. So last time these two teams met up in Chicago in week 2, Chicago won this game. I'm trying to find the score. A screen is set for Freeman, and he gets loose, tries to spin out of another jam, but he gets the first down up to the 37. 24 yards run after catch for Freeman. That's considered a 22-yard reception. Chicago won the contest 20-14 the last time these two teams met up in Chicago. Then a week 7 game, Orlando won in the last season. Then don't forget the playoff game last year. And then Chicago beating Orlando. So these two teams are developing a rivalry as that'll be a 2-yard pickup. I think these two teams have met the most times in WFL history. Handing it off down the middle to Freeman, pushing through. He'll make it up to the 47, and that'll be 3rd down. Third down and 1 for Chicago from their own 47 as the clock is about to run out. And the first quarter ends. No score yet. Both teams have had at least one possession, and we'll be back. Here's some highlights from the first quarter. The WFL is brought to you by Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies. Back here in Orlando, Florida, I'm Commissioner Preston Vargas here solo on this game as the playoff race is heating up. And that pass is complete to Moncrief. I want to say... No, I'm sorry, Stewart. I also want to tell you that the playoff push from weeks 13 to 17 is brought to you by Pizza Hut, officially known as the Pizza Hut playoff push. First down for Chicago from the 29. Here's the snap, handing off to Freeman down the middle, trying to push his way through. He'll make it down to the 22-yard line. It'll be 2nd down. Let's see that again. He had a good hole. He tried to get past Breland. He caused the wall. That was still a nice, decent bit of yards to get him up to the 22. Heading off to Freeman down the middle, trying to get through. He is down for no gain. That'll bring up 3rd down. So, I think they might change running backs. They still got Freeman out there. So it'll be 3rd down and 2. They're going to blitz, handing it off down the middle to Freeman. And he picks up 3. That's enough to move the chains for another Chicago Blues first down. Everson Griffin credited with the tackle. Let's see this again. Nice handoff. And they didn't need a lot of yards, but they got the yards they needed to get the first down. So they come up on 1st and 10 from the 19. Handing it off to... They're giving Freeman a break as they hand it off to Duke Johnson Jr. He'll make it up to the 17, 2-yard pickup, 2nd down. They come up on 2nd and 8 from the 17-yard line. Luck looking at throw, still in the pocket, has time, throws left side toward the end zone, and that is incomplete. Intended for Ardarius Stewart. And that'll bring up 3rd down and 8. Third down and 8 for the Blues from the 17-yard line. Luck has time in the pocket, being chased. And he goes down. Everson Griffin with the sack. And that brings up 4th down. 3rd sack of the day for Orlando. There's Luck there in the pocket. Everson Griffin is the one who pushed through. And again, Luck took too long to get it off. And I get it was 3rd down. But I would say he should have tucked it down and ran. So this is about a 43-yard attempt. Kicks up. On its way, and that is good. Chicago strikes first in this rivalry game. They lead at 3-0 over Orlando. There's another look at the boot by Carlson. This will be returned from the end zone. He'll make it out to the 19. Probably should have stayed in. This is about a 22-yard return from 3 yards deep in the end zone. And the return doesn't pay off. There's the Orlando offense coming back out. Orlando hasn't done much with the ball. They get pressured throwing. It's caught by Trey Burton, gets a extra push for the first down up to the 32. That's a 13-yard reception. And the Chicago defense has kept this Orlando team in check. They've allowed 10 yards, including that play. Well, I'm sure you're wondering how they only 10 yards on a 13-yard play. Well, there was a lot of negative yards on their first drive. And so we reached the 2-minute warning. Orlando trails 3-0. Coming up at the half, we will recap the Brooklyn-Dublin game this first half and take a look at Memphis and Toronto and Sacramento, Salt Lake City. That's all coming up at the half. First down. Keenum's going to set up the screen. Bell gets up to the 34, 2-yard pickup. And they'll hurry up to the line. 2nd and 8. Here's Keenum in the pocket. And he is going to go down. Timeout is called by Chicago. First of the half. We'll be back after this. We are back here in Orlando, Florida, as the Wizards have the ball at their own 26. Handing off down the middle to Bell. He gets 2 Chicago calls. They're second of the half with about 1:28 to go. We'll take another break. We'll return to Orlando after this. And they're going to punt here on 4th down. They boot this in the air. It's returned from the 20 and taken to the 26. That's a 6-yard return for Hendricks. Let's take a look at Andrew Luck. Looking at the pressure, he's been under constant pressure this game. That's the Orlando defense has done a nice job blitzing, but Chicago only has a 3-0 lead. We'll see if they can turn that around. Wait. Luck has time in the pocket, throws a dart, and he drops it. Oh, that's not good. So that's not a good. That was a horrible drop. 2nd and 10. Luck looking to throw. Throws it right side to Freeman. Freeman gets up to the 43. And the clock is still running. Second reception for Freeman, another big one. That is about a 17-yard play. He's had two big receptions to gain big yards. First down for Chicago. Clock still running. Luck looking to throw, has time. Floats it up deep, and it is knocked away by Breland. Let's see. That's a really dangerous ball to float up there. It looks like T.Y. Hilton it was intended for. That could have easily been intercepted too. Second down for Chicago from their own 43. Luck. Pockets collapsing. Luck. He goes down again. Fourth time Luck has been sacked, and Everson Griffin has his second sack of the game. Well, technically 2.5 sacks in the game. There's Everson Griffin there. He should that's where he should have thrown it away. Third down and 18 for Chicago from the 35. Looks like they're going to run at the half. Heading off down the middle, that should be the final play before the half. No, it's not. As Orlando will call their first timeout of the half. Fourth and 16, they're gonna punt. This is a low lining punt, and a fair catch will be called at the 23. And so that ends the first half. So let's go ahead and pre-games. Let's take a look at one of our games. Let's take a look at Memphis and Toronto. Monday Night Football. Memphis is playing for their playoff lives, and Toronto is in position to go to the playoffs. And let's take a look at the Sacramento Salt Lake City game. Big game for the West Division. That game could basically decide it all. And finally, let's recap the Brooklyn and Dublin game. Dublin won that game by 2 possessions, and they're tied with Toronto for first in the playoff race. And for Brooklyn, they're on the outside looking in, playing all their games. They need to rely on other results. They could actually be eliminated today with if this result holds, or Toronto or San Antonio wins. As we are ready for the second half. And here's the Orlando offense. Nothing to be wowed at for the offense in this game. Only 7 total yards. They had a pretty poor offense in the first half. Handing it off down the middle to Bell. He'll get up to the 28. It'll be second down.
They don't want it, fellas. They don't want it. Keep playing.
Second and 7 for Orlando from their own 28. Here's the snap. Keenum in the pocket, throws it, completes to his tight end. Number 86, first reception of the game for Uzoma, or whatever you pronounce it. Nice grab by Uzoma. That's really one of the first plays that wowed me in the game. First down for Orlando at the 40. Here's Keenum looking to throw right, left side, completes to his receiver, Meredith, I want to say. That's Cameron Meredith for the first down up to the 48. First down for Orlando at the 48. And that is complete to Treadwell. Now the ball's starting to fly for Orlando. This is the second half they wanted. Gets Treadwell there. And gains another big play. Here's Keenum handing off to Bell down the middle. He gets up to the 23. And it will be second down. Second down and 7 for Orlando from the 23-yard line. Here's the snap. Play action. Keenum has time in the pocket. Now it's starting to collapse. Floats it right side and it's caught. Anderson is injured. Treadwell again up to the 7. And it's a first and goal for the Wizards. Let's take another look at that. Finally, the receivers are making plays. First to goal for Orlando at the 7-yard line. Keenum in the pocket, throws end zone, just short of the goal line. Uzoma is going to be second and goal. Second and goal for the Wizards at the 1-yard line. Meredith is in motion. Short pocket throwing intended for Treadwell, and that is over the line and incomplete. Let's take a look at offensive scoring. It's been pretty even so far. Third and goal for Orlando at the 1. Handing it off down the middle. Bell, I think he's in. But there's a flag down.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
So a face mask is going to be called in the end zone. But that's going to count as a touchdown, and Orlando takes the lead. Kicks up, and it is good. Brooklyn fans, if you're watching this, you got to be happy right now. This is the result you need. And here is the kickoff unit on the field. This will be down in the end zone for a touchback. And it brings it out to the 25. Andrew Luck gets another chance to get up there. First down and 10 for Chicago. Here's the snap. Handing it off down the middle to Freeman. Gets up to the 29. It'll be second down. Orlando's defense has allowed 68 total yards. Good news, their offense is clicking. So that's giving the defense a little break. Here's the snap, handing off down the middle, Freeman. Freeman is well short of the line to gain down to the 34. It'll be third down and 1. Third and 1 for Chicago from the 34. Here's the snap, handing off down the middle, Freeman. Freeman gets clobbered down at the 40, gets 6 yards to get the first down. Let's see Freeman again. Gets the big hit by Miles to bring him down. Got the first down. I don't know why he turned. He made a right turn. First down for Chicago for the 40. Here's the snap. Play action. Luck gets it off as he throws, and that is picked off for his second pick of the day. That is Justin Jackson with the pick. Brings it back to the 15, and Orlando will take over. So far, this is Orlando's quarter, and they've showed it. Josh Jackson, not Justin Jackson. Here comes Cameron Meredith and the Orlando offense back out here. First down and 10 for Orlando. Keenum in the pocket throwing right side. It's complete to Burton. Takes a stumble. Second and 2 for Orlando from the 22-yard line. There's a snap, hang off down the middle. Bell gets up to the 22. And he loses a few yards. It'll be third down as we reach the end of the third quarter. Orlando leads it 7-0 coming into the fourth. They have the ball. We're back here in Orlando. Let's see if the Wizards can gradually dwindle the clock down and get another score. Down the middle, handoff to Bell, takes a shot down to the 24. And that brings up fourth down and 1. There's a handoff to Bell. And gets a shot there by number 56. This time they'll punt it on 4th and 1. Far back punt. Only will be returned to the 22. Average of 3 yards per return for Hendricks. First down and 10 for Chicago at the 22. Luck is in the pocket. Starting to collapse, throwing right side. It's complete to Devontae Freeman. Goes up to the 34. 3 yard. He has reached 50 yards receiving. Finding it. He's been finding his dump off man all day. First down and 10 for Chicago from their own 34. Luck is in the pocket and he goes down. Hayes with the sack. That'll bring up second down. There's Luck there, still in the pocket. Hayes is coming. He's seen number 31. Second and 17 for Chicago from their own 26. Luck in the pocket looking to throw. Throwing right side, complete to Freeman. He gets out of the tackle, he's going. Freeman steps out the 48, and what a receiving day for Devontae Freeman. Gets another huge reception for the first down. Gets out of one tackle, and Freeman just turns on the jets and gets the first down. They come up on first and 10 from the 48. Luck throwing right side. It's caught by Ardarius Stewart. Andrew Luck has reached 100 yards passing. There's Ardarius Stewart getting up to the 40. First down and 10 for Chicago from the 40-yard line. Here's Luck looking to throw. Under pressure, fumbles the football. It's fell down on by Devontae Freeman. He can't get out of that as the Blues offense loses 10 yards, and that brings up second and 20. Let's take a look at that one again. Freeman gets on top of it. Tries to make something out of nothing. Second down and 20 for Chicago from the 50. And a false start is called on Chicago.
False start, offense.
Second and 25 after the penalty. Luck in the pocket, throwing incomplete, almost picked off by number 32, Terry. Third down and 25 for Chicago from their own 45-yard line. Here's Luck looking to throw. Has time in the pocket, being chased. Throwing it complete to his receiver, Duke Johnson. That's his first reception of the day. Gets 8 yards out of it. And it'll be fourth down. Now will the Blues go for it on fourth down? I don't know. And so, looks like Chicago did punt, and Orlando's going to get the ball back at the 28. They have Burton in motion. They give it to Bell down the middle. Stays on his feet. Bell goes down to the 29. It'll be second down. And we reach the 2-minute warning. Orlando has the ball and the lead when we come back. Back here in Orlando, Florida, the Wizards have the ball and the lead. Let's see if they can run down the clock. They're going to bring pressure, handing it off. And they'll lose one as Chicago's going to start calling their timeouts. Third down and 10 for Orlando from their own 28-yard line. Looks like they're in an I formation. Handing off down the middle to Bell. He gets up to the 30, and a timeout has been called by Chicago, their second, and it brings up fourth down when we come back. Fourth and 8, here's the punt. This one will be returned from inside the 15. I estimate at the 13, he'll make it up to the 29. About a 16-yard return, I want to say. And so the Blues are coming back out here with the chance to win the game. Throwing left side, complete to T.Y. Hilton. He's still, and now he's down. Clock still running. First down. Luck throwing complete to his receiver, number 89. It'll be second and 2, hurrying up to the line. Luck in the pocket throwing. Right side completes to his tight end, number 86. Hurrying up to the line again. That was Hunter Henry, the big tight end. Over the middle, complete to his wide receiver, 89. Second and 2. That was Morgan. They're going to clock it here with 41 seconds to go. Still driving. Third down and 2 for Chicago. Luck, right side throwing complete to Morgan again. Up to the 20, he didn't get out of bounds. Hurry up to the line. He clocks it with 27 seconds to go. Second and 10 for Chicago from the 20. Here's Luck. Throwing, almost intercepted and almost sealed. Instead it falls incomplete. Carrington almost picked it off. Oh, he should have had it there. Third down and 10 for Chicago. Oh, and a false start.
False start, offense.
Third down and 15 at the 25. Here's Luck in the pocket, looking to throw, and it's complete to his receiver, Freeman. Timeout called, 18 seconds to go. A stop by Orlando to knock him in. It's first and goal. Orlando's bringing pressure, throwing, end zone, it's incomplete. Clock stopped at 14. So we all have some time to catch our breath. It was almost complete. Look at that. Henry almost took it in. But instead, a lot of guys were swarming him. So, and that made him drop it. Second and goal. Luck in the pocket, end zone! He caught it! Touchdown, Chicago! Stewart gets a possibly the game winner. Let's see that again. Stewart won. Oh, this is close. He's in the back of the end zone. And they're not going to review it. They're going to say it's a touchdown. Extra point is up and good. Now Orlando will need to get Orlando's about to get the ball back. What a huge drive by Chicago. Andrew Luck, 7 and 9 on the drive, 11 yards. And there's the kickoff attempt. No, why did you return it? Oh no. Or you should have taken a knee in the end zone. Now you got 4 seconds left. Big mistake by the returner. So now they need all hands on deck. 4 seconds left, down by 3. They need to heave it and somehow get in. Can't take it a shot. Picked off. Game over. Chicago steals the game, but there's a flag down.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So an illegal block in the back against Tyler Boyd. The game is over. Chicago will indeed steal a win from Orlando. And Brooklyn is eliminated from the playoffs. What a final drive. So, here it is. Chicago moves up to 7-4. And Orlando moves down to 6-3. I'll have to see what the winning percentage is. But they are neck and neck. And Chicago has one final game next week in Dublin. And Orlando has two more games after this one. And so we will see what happens. I'll try to get the wild card standings intact. So Chicago wins, steals a win, sweeps Orlando in the series. And don't forget to join us later tonight at 5:30 for Austin and Mexico City. That game's not the most intriguing game, but it's still a. But come watch it if you want to. I'm Commissioner Preston Vargas Euban. Thank you for watching this game from Orlando, Florida. I'll see you later.